Hello everyone, I am Sujarwoto, researcher at Portsmouth Brawijaya Center for Global Health, Population and Policy. Today, I am going to share with all of you my paper which try to looking at subjective well-being using multidimensional perspective in Indonesia. To begin with, social development scientists have long claimed that well-being analysis based on gross domestic product and human development index provide an insufficiently detailed picture of the living conditions of ordinary people. Thus, they recommend considering subjective well-being as a complement for measuring quality of life and also development progress. While many social scientists have attempted to develop subjective well-being metrics, the OECD multidimensional measure of subjective well-being has become a prominent assessment tool in the last decade. The OECD multidimensional measure of well-being was built around three distinct domains, which is life satisfactions, affect, and eudaimonia. So applying the OECD measure to the data from Indonesian National Happiness Survey 2017, this aimed to examine Indonesian subjective well-being and to investigate demographic and social determinant of Indonesians' subjective well-being. So this is the OECD framework of subjective well-being that we use in these papers. So this framework explains that subjective well-being encompasses three components. First, life evaluations, which refer to a reflective assessment of a person's life or some specific aspect of it. So this can be an assessment of life as a whole or something more focused, such as income satisfactions, health satisfaction, and also work satisfactions. And secondly, affect, which refer to the term of psychologists used to describe a person's feelings. So measure of affect can be thought of as a measure of particular feelings or emotional states, and they are typically measured with reference to a particular point in time. Such measures capture how people experience life rather than how they remember it. And affect therefore has at least two distinct hedonic dimensions, which is positive effects and negative effect. Positive effect capture positive emotions such as the experience of happiness, joy, and contentment, while negative effect comprise the experience of unpleasant emotions such as sadness, anger, worry, and also anxiety. So while positive effect is thought to be a largely unidimensional, negative effect, on the other hand, may be more multidimensional. So for example, it is possible to imagine at one given moment feeling anger, but not fear or sadness. The third dimensions of OECD subjective well-being is eudaimonic well-beings, which refer to a sense of meaning and purpose in life or good psychological functioning. So this measures actually goes beyond the respondent reflective evaluation and emotional states to focus on functioning and the realization of the person's potentials. So Hubert et al. 2009, for example, characterized the functioning element of well-being as comprising autonomy, competence, meaning and purpose, co-orientation, sense of purpose, resilience, social engagement, caring, and altruism. So in this paper, I use those three components of subjective well-being and looking at whether those components also associate with incomes, health status, social contact, employment status, personal type, and also culture. So we use Indonesian Happiness Survey 2017. So it is the first national survey to measure the subjective well-being of Indonesian populations. The survey targeted individuals 18 and older living in all of Indonesian 34 provinces. So overall, the total size required to estimate well-being at the province level was around 75,000 households. Samples were collected based on two stages, one-piece random sampling. So the survey was conducted on April 2017, and overall collected information from 72,000 or around 96% of targeted samples. So we adopt the Oxford Poverty and Human Development Initiative or OPHI Multidimensional Poverty Index method to calculate subjective well-being. Here, MSWP is multidimensional of subjective well-being, defined as a weighted generalized mean of order P, where IK is a population level average of attainment in dimension K, and where WK is the weight assigned to dimension K. Here, all dimensions of subjective well-being are equally weighted, and the population level average IK is defined as the arithmetic mean of individual attainment HIK in dimension K. So since the subjective well-being measure and its components are continuous variables, we use ordinary least square or OLS regression to examine the association of demographic and social determinant of SPB and its components. So we use maximum likelihood estimators to estimate all models. Theta 16 was used to estimate all the models. So the finding is the following. So overall, the subjective well-being of Indonesians in 2017 was relatively good, as indicated by the mean score of family well-being at 6.89 within the range 1 to 10. The mean of life evaluation was the highest, while the positive and negative effect was the lowest. Among the subjective well-being items, the mean of personal relationship was the highest, while the lowest mean was that of respondent satisfaction with their education and skill. Variation in subjective well-being measures also appear across the districts, as can be seen from the map. The geographical distributions of subjective well-being among the 34 Indonesian provinces appears. Families living in the province of Papua, West Nusa Tenggara, Lampung, and North Sumatra, which color red, had the lowest level of subjective well-being, while family living in the North Maluku, as color blue, had the highest level of subjective well-being. So this is the result of regression analysis. We found that greater subjective well-being to be consistently associated with higher household income, good housing conditions, employment, health status, environment quality, work-life balance, social connectedness, neighborhood trust, a sense of personal security, and a friendly and sociable personality. These findings were consistent and confirm the result of the study. So, however, we also found inconsistent relationship between subjective well-being and household size, education, and island of residence. We suggest that the contrasting association between household size and life evolution and affect reflect the different functions of the family when considering different aspects of subjective well-being. In Indonesia, having a larger family is often associated with having more social support. However, larger families can be also seen as presenting greater life challenge, especially for household head. So contrasting association were also shown for the relationship of junior and high school education with life evaluation and eudaimonic well-being. The negative association of junior high and high school education with life evaluation may reflect respondent dissatisfaction with their education and skills. As we also found a negative association between possession of a skill certificate and life evaluation. So this is maybe come from Finhoven 2010, which posits formal education is the only capability that does not seem to make people happier. In the Indonesian context, this is particularly true as people who have completed junior and high schools often face difficulties for finding jobs. However, the positive association on a dynamic well-being may reflect personal growth and autonomy, as those who graduate from junior and high school often have greater knowledge and are able to develop their potential than those who completed only elementary school. Moreover, the contrasting association of island of resident on life evaluation and effect may reflect difference in life challenge in Java Island and outside Java Islands. So here, negative association between islands of resident and effect might indicate that family living outside Java Island, where they may experience a lack of public amenities, feel that their life challenges are greater than those who live in Java Islands, where better public services are generally available. So, in conclusions, this paper concludes that disparity in subjective well-being exists across population groups, urban and rural group, and residents of various provinces and islands across Indonesia. And also we found that consistent association of subjective well-being with household income, housing condition, and employment status, health status, environmental quality, work-life balance, social connectedness, neighborhood trust, personal security, and also personality. Contrasting relationships were found between spiritual well-being and household size, education, and resident on certain island. So in this paper, we show that the adopted OECD subjective well-being measures are able to complement existing objective measures of national social development progress. So basically with regard to income and human development indicator. Thus our study was able to present an overall picture of subjective well-being that is grounded in people preference rather than in a priori judgment about what should be the most important aspect of well-being. So this is the end of my presentations, and thank you for listening and opportunity for me to present my papers, and I'm happy in looking at for your comment, suggestion, and recommendation. Thank you so much.